Hey, it's me, Raika. Today we're going to have a look at the Ice Isles from the Wandering Balloon. So let's have a look at the rewards. From the Epic rewards, we get 10 normal summoning scrolls. Then from the common rewards, we get a variety choice chest, which includes both gold, EXP, and dust. Then we get a couple of primordial and amplifying emblems, and red emblem choice chest, a couple of poe coins, and bait for your brand new pets. So let's head in and see what this adventure is all about. So when we begin this adventure, we start on this little corner of the map. Now we have a little ally over here being a fire elemental. Now we have to move this fire elemental to the final position in order to be able to claim those 10 normal summoning scrolls. So the first thing that we have to do is click on this little lever over here. This will shift these little stones up and down, and in this case any frost elementals will destroy our ally being the fire elemental. Now what we have to do is we have to make sure that these frost elementals do not touch our little fire elemental at all. So what we have to do is we have to block the path of this ice elemental over here. There we go, we have blocked their path, and now we can direct our little fire elemental friend to the next section of the map. We do this by clicking on these fire runes. There we go. He's now drawn to that fire rune and now teleport to the next area of the map. Now we have to click on the teleporter, being this one over here, and then we'll move to the next section of the map. But first we have to defeat these little enemies over here. So set up your team. If you're struggling with any of these enemies, you can always hire a mercenary from one of your friends or guildmates to help you along the way. So once you've set up your team, you can slowly defeat each one of these enemies one by one. There we go. We have one-shotted these enemies over here, and now we can move on and claim the reward behind. Now, some of these enemies drop relics, which can be extremely powerful for your allies and can boost your power in order to defeat all of these enemies easier. Now, we have this next area over here. Now we have this little beacon over here. Now when we light this fire altar, it will draw these frost elementals towards this little fire altar over here. In doing so, we can distract these specific frost elementals and they will not hit our fire elemental. So first defeat these enemies over here, both in the top and bottom corners of the specific map over here. There we go, we have defeated them, and now we can move on to the next area of the map. Claim their little relic, and also the reward they have left behind. There we go, we have got another little reward over here. So simply defeat these enemies over here. There we go. There we go, we've defeated them, and now we can move on and claim their reward. Now always choose the relics that are the most powerful, most beneficial for your teammates in order to make this Wandering Balloons event as easy as possible for yourself. There we go. We've defeated our next couple of allies or enemies. And now we can move on and claim the little reward that they have left behind. Now we have this little ice elemental over here, and we have another one over here. So we have to distract both of them in order so that they do not hit our fire elemental over here. So how do we do this? We have to move this specific lever over here. However, if we do so, he will move across and hit our fire elemental. We do not want that. We want to block that path so that he does not hit our elemental at all. So by doing so, we need to move this barricade up. Let's just move it on the opposite side, right over here. There we go. We have blocked this area over here. Now we can light this altar over here, this fire altar. This will draw the ice elemental to that. And now this ice elemental will be captured. Now this ice elemental will not be able to leave this position at all. Now we can draw this elemental over here. However, we first need to move our fire elemental, our little friend over here, to this secure area of the map. So we first need to check this lever is up. Now we have to activate the fire rune. Now our fire elemental will move there, he'll consume the rune, and now he'll stay here. Now the next thing we have to do is block this path. There we go, we have blocked this path over here. Now we have to exit, move this lever over here. Now it's in this position. Activate this fire altar as well. Now this elemental over here, the ice elemental, cannot access or gain control of our fire elemental. So we simply click on this little lever over here. There we go. Now we have to capture him. So what we do is we simply click on the yellow lever once again. And now our fire elemental is free to move on to the next area of the map. So we click on this fire rune. There we go. We have moved him across. Now it gives us a little teleporter. And now we can move on to the next section of the map. So in this one over here, we have to repeat the same process. However, there are more ice elementals scattered throughout this entire map, so we have to carefully plan our way and our journey so that none of them hit our little friend, the fire elemental. So the first thing that we should do is block this path. So we click on this little green lever over here. This will stop any of the elemental or ice elementals from attacking our own elemental. There we go, pick up this little reward over here. So now we need to find this section over here. So we light this altar. So now we have to trap one of the elementals in that specific position. Now I'm going to take this specific ice elemental to there. The reason why is because I can move my own fire elemental into this little safe area over here where none of the ice elementals can hit him. So you simply click on this little cart over here. Now this traps this ice elemental and essentially he's no longer able to attack my fire elemental. There we go. Now defeat these couple of enemies and claim the rewards that they have behind them. There we go. And we've defeated them and now we can claim their relic. There we go. Now what we can do is we can move this lever over here. There we go. We have moved this lever. Now we have to click on this fire rune over here. This will move our fire elemental over here. Now what we must do, we must block any access to this fire elemental. So we simply just move the cart over and now none of the ice elementals will be able to attack us. So the next thing that we need to do is use this lever. Now this ice elemental is free and now we need to trap him in this specific fire altar over here. There we go. Now he'll move across and now he's trapped over here, essentially removing him from battle. Now the next thing that we have to do is light this fire altar over here. This is for the last ice elemental that is currently over here. But firstly we defeat a couple of enemies along the way. There we go. And we've claimed victory over our enemies. Now claim their relic and the rewards that they have behind them. Next enemy that we have to defeat. There we go. We've defeated our next enemy over here. Now we can claim their little relic, their little reward. And now what we need to do is we need to move this little green pillar down so that this ice elemental can move across and be trapped in by this area over here. So we simply click on this lever over here. There we go. This ice elemental will move across. Now, this ice elemental will be able to escape if you do not close this railroad switch. Now that he is locked inside, you can open up this railroad switch. And now your fire elemental can move across to the final area of the map. So you simply first defeat these enemies first. There we go. Now our allies are supercharged by all the relics that we have, and now we can easily one-shot all the enemies that are left. There we go, we defeated the next couple of enemies. And now we can click on this fire rune over here. This will draw the fire elemental all the way to the final area of the map. And now we can claim our final reward. There we go. And we can claim our 10 normal summoning scrolls.